Did you know that what you eat can impact the health of your hair and scalp? And it may be contributing to dullness, dryness, and lack of luster. Hello, beautiful. I'm Angel, the founder of MAISON 276 and creator of the innovative and award-winning three-step system for silver, gray, and blonde hair designed to brighten, cleanse, and rejuvenate the natural brilliance of your hair without purple dyes. Today is another episode in my ongoing series on how to help you master the art of gorgeous silver hair. Share essential vitamins and minerals that promote healthy hair and scalp. We'll explore the key nutrients and foods that promote healthy hair, including vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and I'll provide tips to help you easily incorporate these into your daily diet. At the end of this video, you'll know how to nourish your hair from the inside out. Now let's go grocery shopping. Spinach checks so many lists on the healthy nutrient and vitamin list. I always have some in my refrigerator. You can use them for salads, smoothies, or pasta. Many great options. When we think of omega-3 fatty acids, we always think of salmon, and that is one option. Of course, when we think of protein, we think of red meat. So I'm in Texas. There's a lot of that here. But there are other sources of protein besides animal protein. Over the past few years, I've adopted a much more plant-forward diet. So I always have some tofu in the fridge. Quinoa is a grain that has a lot of protein in it, and it really had to grow on me, but now that I've figured out how to use it and incorporate lots of flavor into it, it's actually become one of my favorite protein substitutes. Y'all know I'm from New Orleans, so I love me some red beans and rice. Beans are another great way to add some protein to your diet, and I love them every kind of way. If you're wanting to incorporate a more plant-forward diet, I really encourage you to experiment with a lot of different beans and lentils. I think you would really be surprised at how much flavor you can infuse without using animal protein. One thing I haven't figured out is how to record content while doing real life outside of the confines of my house. So I'm over here in the sparkling wine section because this is not about hair care. It's about self-care. I deserve some Prosecco. Let's see what we're going to do. Here's one of my favorite. Okay, let's finish up. A plant-based milk. Make sure you get one that's fortified with vitamins D, E, and E. I also picked up some rolled oats because I'm going to show you how to make a super fast, delicious, nutritious snack. Since we're empty nesters, oftentimes I'll pick up a pre-made meal or a pre-made salad, and this kale salad is one of my absolute favorite. Since I've adopted a more plant-forward diet, I've really done some experimenting with tofu. In the description, I'll add a link to one of my favorite recipes where I've replaced tofu instead of ground meat. Nuts for my snack that I'm going to show you how to make. A little self-care moment here. Okay, I'll be right back. Hey guys. Different day, same groceries. So I got a phone call yesterday, and 3 hours later, the video equipment was still in the kitchen and I hadn't finished shooting the content. So I'm back again today to review the foods that I discussed during my shopping trip that contain essential vitamins and minerals for healthy hair and scalp. But let's be clear, we're focusing on healthy hair and scalp, but these foods are great for any overall wellness plan, especially if you're trying to incorporate a more plant-forward diet. So we're going to talk about each vitamin and why they're important to healthy hair and scalp, and then provide some healthy options for each of those vitamin and minerals, options that you can easily incorporate into your overall wellness plan. Now let's get started with vitamin A. Vitamin A helps moisturize the scalp and prevent hair from becoming brittle. One of my favorite sources of vitamin A is spinach. You're going to hear spinach a lot on this list because it's full of vitamins and nutrients, and it can be used in so many different ways. Smoothies, salads, with pasta. Another option, sweet potatoes. Here in the South, we don't just eat sweet potatoes during Thanksgiving. One of my favorite ways to eat sweet potatoes is very simple. Slice, peel, salt, pepper, olive oil. You want to coat those slices, and it takes longer to cook than your standard Yukon. So I typically slice them 1 to 1.5 inches, put them in my air fryer, cover it with foil. Perfection. Simple, easy. Salt, pepper, olive oil. I will put the recipe, if you call that a recipe, in the description of this vlog. Next on our list is vitamin C. We all know the benefits of vitamin C from an overall wellness perspective, right? Usually when we think about vitamin C, we think about citrus fruit. But did you know that strawberries and broccoli are also really great sources of vitamin C? As it relates to healthy hair, vitamin C boosts collagen, which is crucial for hair and skin elasticity. That means it's less prone to breakage. Now, this next vitamin is possibly the easiest to obtain, vitamin D. Why is that? The sunshine. Your body automatically produces vitamin D when you're exposed to the sun. Wear your sunscreen, but just go out there and get a few rays. There are other sources of vitamin D. Fatty fish like salmon, as well as foods that are fortified with vitamin D. Next up is vitamin E, which we infuse in every single MAISON 276 product. Why? Because it is amazing for your hair, your scalp, and your skin. It improves circulation to the scalp, and we know healthy scalp, healthy hair. Nuts are a great source of vitamin E, particularly almonds, sunflower seeds, as well as spinach and avocados. I told you earlier, you were going to hear spinach a lot on this list because in my opinion, spinach is one of the superfoods. Next on the list is B7, also known as biotin. Biotin is known to strengthen hair, and it is the vitamin most commonly associated with products that are targeted towards hair growth because biotin supplements keratin, and keratin is the protein that makes up hair. Natural sources of biotin are, get ready for it, spinach. I told you were going to hear spinach a lot. Almonds, eggs, one of my favorites we just talked about, sweet potatoes. Now we'll move from the vitamins to the minerals. Zinc is important because it helps with hair tissue growth and repair. Common sources are oysters, which of course I love being from New Orleans, beef, pumpkin seeds, and lentils. I think lentils and beans are another superfood that don't get nearly as much credit as they deserve. Iron is another mineral that's critical to our overall well-being, and it supports healthy hair and scalp by carrying oxygen to the hair follicles, which in turn promotes hair growth. Think of sources of iron. The first that comes to mind for many people is red meat, and it is a great source of iron. However, it's not the only source. There's also spinach, lentils, and quinoa, which has really grown on me. I actually like it. I just had to figure out how to cook it. But lentils are a great source of iron and also an excellent plant-based form of protein. And we're bringing up the rear with omega-3 fatty acids. This mineral keeps hair hydrated, nourished, and reduces breakage. One of the most common sources of omega-3 fatty acids is salmon and other fatty fish such as mackerel. However, nuts are a great source of omega-3 fatty acids, which is why you saw me get 4 different versions of nuts while I was shopping. They include flax seeds, chia seeds, as well as walnuts. One of my favorite snacks, it takes 5 minutes to make, is an oatmeal nut brittle. I'm going to have that recipe for you at the end of this video. It literally takes 5 minutes, but between the oatmeal and all of the nuts, it is one of the most vitamin fortified perfect snacks you'll ever make. And it's a little bit addictive. And finally, we want to incorporate more antioxidant rich foods and vegetables. This category is really important because antioxidants protect hair follicles and skin from oxidative stress, that process where the effects of aging are accelerated on our skin and our hair. Fruit and vegetable sources of antioxidant rich foods include strawberries, blueberry-based proteins like lentils, chickpeas, which hummus is made from, quinoa and tofu, as well as Greek yogurt. Now, I'm sure that I have not mentioned a single food that you've either eaten or at least you are familiar with. So really, this is about knowing why certain foods are beneficial and why during certain stages of life, particularly as we mature, be more intentional about incorporating vitamins and minerals that promote healthy scalp, hair, and skin, because all three are very related. And oftentimes we just need ideas about how to incorporate things in a new way so we don't become bored. We can have spinach with more than salads. We can throw it in a smoothie. We can add salmon to a salad. Instead of chips, maybe opt for that oatmeal nut brittle that I'll share at the end of this video. So guys, thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if there are any particular topics you'd like me to cover. So please like, share, comment, and don't forget to subscribe so you'll get an immediate notification of my next episode on helping you master the art of gorgeous silver hair. Take care, y'all. Bye. Okay, guys, let's get ready to make one of my favorite snacks that's nutritious, healthy, full of protein and fiber, and contains many of the nutrients necessary for healthy hair. Very simple, less than 5 minutes. Here's the short, simple ingredient list. We've got 2 cups of rolled oat, honey, cinnamon, olive oil spray, and some sea salt. You can use any nut mix you like. These are some of my favorite, and I'll tell you why. Let's start with sunflower seeds, which are a great source of vitamin E, which improves circulation to the scalp, which of course, healthy scalp means healthy hair. Then we're going to go to pumpkin seeds over here, which I love, are a great source of zinc, and we need zinc to strengthen our hair and promote hair growth. Over here we've got flaxseed and walnuts, both of which are great sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which helps to keep our hair hydrated, nourished, and reduces brittleness. I prefer to buy my nuts bulk, and then I also prefer them raw, and then I can roast them as needed. So let's get started. Now we're starting with a nonstick skillet on a medium to high, and we're going to put 2 cups of oatmeal, 1 to 2 minutes, but you'll just keep stirring until they turn a golden brown and you can begin to smell the oats. While the oats are roasting, I've taken a piece of foil, and this is what the olive oil spray is for, because I'm actually going to spray it, because that's how I'm going to essentially lay out my oat nut mixture after it's done. As soon as you start to smell the oats, turn the temperature down because oats burn very quickly. Add a little bit of salt, and now I'm going to add my nuts because I want them to roast as well. And honestly, you could do this all at once if you wanted to. I just really love the flavor of the toasted oats. And we're just going to continue this for probably another 60 seconds because we just want those nuts to get heated. We're not trying to cook them. They don't need to cook. Now I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of cinnamon, not too much, just a little bit. And still under a low heat. And I'm kind of going to make a well in the middle of the skillet. And now I'm going to pour in my honey. Another option is maple syrup. I just happen to like honey. Now it's probably a half cup, and wait until it starts to really bubble up before I start mixing it in. This is essentially the caramel or the glue that's going to hold your bar together. It's more like a brittle than a bar. Be very careful because this honey is very hot and can scald if you get it on your skin. And now we're just going to mix it up, slowly folding in oats and the nuts. Like I said, this is like a 5-minute process. And if necessary, you can add a little bit more honey or maple syrup if that's what you're using. You just kind of want to make sure it starts to stick together. And you can also obviously half the recipe if this is too much for you. Both my husband and I really like it, so we pretty much snack on it until it's gone. I'm going to add a little bit more honey to this. But if this is all you wanted, you could actually, once this cools, use this as like a granola topping for your yogurt. Oops. And I still have it under low heat. Again, low heat because you don't want the oats to burn or the honey. Sugar burns very quickly. And once it's clumping together like this, then I know it's ready to spread. And now we're going to take it over to foil paper that's already been sprayed with the olive oil. And I like to spread this out pretty thinly. Like I said, for me, it's more of a brittle than a, be careful because it's very hot. And then I'll do a final sprinkle, just a little, of sea salt because, okay, so here's my healthy oatmeal 4-nut brittle with honey and cinnamon. I can't wait till it cools off because it's going to be so good. Check out the complete, simple 5-minute recipe will be in the description. I hope you enjoy it. Oh, I forgot to say, my apologies in advance. It's kind of addictive. I pretty much make this at least once a week.